Hello guys from Limerick Railways and welcome back to a new video. As you can see, I got here the beautiful BR51 Fleischmann. Here it is. I've got the weight off here and also the cap. So today is a special video for Quinton's models. I want to give him a bit of help about. Ouch, the light is quite hot, but I'm gonna get the light as a bit better in the lighting over here, so you can clearly see what I'm doing. But here's the BR51, and this is a good example of a Fleischmann. Don't know if it's an actual Ringfield motor, but I'm just now gonna call it a Fleischmann motor. Here you can see some basic things. You'll already recognize a lot of the things here, Quinton. So now today is my opportunity. I'm gonna now show you the perfect way of how to give this engine, this motor, Fleischmann motor, this typical classical Fleischmann motor, some service, some onderhoud service. Now, the first thing that I'm going to tell you right away is, I've already took the cap off, because I think that you all know how to remove this. It's just two clips that are, here you can see those clips. I'm not sure how to get off there. Also, the cap is quite dirty and I need to get that cleaned out. I'm going to probably get the cap on there, down here, a little bit more cleaner when I'm done with the video, but the first thing right away, Quinton, is that I want to say, please do not use WD-40. Gonna get this. Here's the ball. Oh, oops. The whole closet is moving all the way. Here's WD-40. Don't use this. This is you can actually still use it because it lubricates everything and frees up everything on the gears. But this is just too it's too it's not that really thick oil, and it easily goes some in everywhere, but it's just too loose oil. Like, it's not really thick oil, and it's not that really thick oil, whilst new sewing machine oil that I have in here, this is also the fluid that I'm using for my Fleischmann locomotives. As you can see, a lot of it has leaked out. It's a little bit big leaky bottle, but gonna put it in something else of an thing, because this is not a really good container. Because if I'm keep on doing this isn't then I will lose a lot of oil. Because also this is a really it's a little bit leaky, but sewing machine oil is the oil that you will need for this, because this is a little bit thicker oil than WD-40, and that's a lot better. This also lubricates, but yeah, it's just a little bit thicker. And you could also use like Fleischmann Spezial or oil, like oil what Fleischmanns themselves recommend to use, like the oil that Fleischmann wants to use for your locomotives, that recommends to use for your. But yeah, you can do that, or you can use Faller oil, or some other companies with a model train oil. But you can use that, but you can also use you can use just fine just sewing machine oil, just fine. You can use this. So Quinton, I would recommend getting special model train oil, or sewing machine oil, not WD-40. It's too it's too fluidly. It's just it is te vloeibaar. Okay, that's now the English Dutch transition. If you know, if you're Quinton, you're a Dutch person, so you will know what I mean with te vloeibaar. That is what this bottle of WD-40 is. So please don't use that, but rather sewing machine oil or special model train oil. You can see I've got here the example of the BR51 of the motor. It's a really good running locomotive because yeah, I've recently done good oiling job on there. Yeah, the most important things to oil is, I'm gonna put it sideways so you can see clearly what I'm doing here. Like, yeah, you can see it is greasy, but yeah, I've properly done the oiling. Here, 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 and here are the places that need to be oiled. And I'm gonna put it back like this. Also, it is important to do this gap here between the motor shield, and the gear. In between there, you also need a little drip of oil. And on the top here, you could also do it from the back here. You could also do that, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. But just the top here, here. Also, it's not very easy to show you, but I'm gonna put it like this. Also here, every gear that you can see, just place a little top of oil on there. Also the gears over here, like the axles here and here, could use also a little drip of oil. And also just over here, those gears in between the wheels, you could also use a little bit drop of oil. So I guess I've now told you what to oil. And yeah, that's the most important things to oil. If I don't know exactly if this is also can be done with these the wheels over here. You can try using it also over here, because that will also easily let this spin. Because if you also drop a little oil on there on the axles, then this will also free up a little bit, and then it moves a lot easier like this. So yeah, in mine train, the BR51 is a little bit over oiled over here, but if you over oil it on here on the axles and wheels, it's not a really big of an issue. But you sadly have to frequently clean this up with a little towel like this. With alcohol, you can easily clean that off. Also, if you if you misplace one of the dripple of oils, you can also just easily wipe this off with just this. And then yeah, so it is a little bit greasy, but this is just how it should look. Nicely, this may look greasy, but it works. Just nicely oil it, and then when you're done with oiling, just let it go a few laps around, and then you will also see that maybe some of the oil could end up here on the chassis. If that's happening, it's not the end of the world, but you could wipe that off with just a little bit of towel. You can easily wipe that off, and then your axle, or your chassis, is then a little bit cleaner. But yeah, now this is how you properly oil those things. I'm gonna now move it around. Oh yeah, one thing that I forgot to tell you is also on this side, on the side of where the brushes are. Here, look, you can see here the brushes. Here and here, where my finger is. Those are the little caps that prevent the brushes to falling out, to jump out. If you take those, if you want to, get the brushes out, I think you already know this, Quinton, how to do this. It's just grab with your nails on those little lips. As you can see, there's a little edge over there where you can pull with your nails out, and then just really carefully take them out. You could get a little container and hold it like this, like a little shield in front, so the springs won't jump around in the room. You could use that, but yeah, by mine, yeah, by my means, I wouldn't use that, because it's not that really not that needed. But if you want every little safety precautions, then you could use that. Also, for last thing about oiling is also do a little trip over here. You can see there's the other end of the axle. Here it goes from here, where this gear is here, this silver grayish gear on there, as I already told you. And then also on this side from the motor, you need to do one little drip. And then if you've done all this, like also what I've just told you, if you've already done all of that, then you're good to go. And then you can just do a few laps on the track to let everything from the sewing machine oil or special oil, let it all just go around in your gears, and then eventually you have properly oiled your locomotive. Now, swapping out the brushes is, as I already told, how to take it out. So if you have those brushes out, then what I recommend, you can now, if you want, you could do right away, put some new ones in, and then you're done. You could do that, but I would recommend to screw the motor shield. You can screw this out. That is over here, here, and here. Normally, the motor shield has 2 or 3 screws. It could depend of which brand your locomotive is from. But on this one, it is 2 screws here, here, and then if you take those screws gently, really gently, you can lift out the motor shield, and then you can see het ankertje. And het ankertje is that little that copper wheel with 3 copper plates, sorts of. That is that ankertje, and that also needs to be cleaned with just a cotton bud like this, and then trip it into the wasbenzine or isopropyl alcohol, what you would like to prefer to use, and then wash it ankertje off with the cotton bud in the wasbenzine or something else dripped in, and then you can clean off the ankertje. And in between those 3 plates, that is like in an you can for example, the Peace logo, the Peace logo from back in the 1970s. If you think to that logo, it's like 3 points, like 1, 2, 3. That's how it looks, and those 3 points are 3 copper uh, 3 copper plates. That is how the ankertje looks like. So 3 copper plates, and in between those copper plates are some little slots, little gaps, some little gaps where maybe some dirt could be trapped in there. If you want to get that dirt out, what I would recommend is getting the dirt out by just taking a little wooden stick like this, and just scrape it out between those copper plates, all of the dirt out, if you can do that. And then if you've done that, then you can screw the motor shield back on there. If you have that ankertje clean, then you can put that back on there and screw it back, screw the motor shield in. And then you'll have and put the new brushes in, though, not forget that, because it's really important. If you want to get the motor shield out, always take the brushes out, because that's not so nice when they jump out. So always take the brushes out when you want to take out the motor shield and clean up the ankertje. If you've done a cleaning on the ankertje, Quinten, and swapped out the new brushes in there and done an oiling job, then you have a complete service job done on one of these Fleischmann motors. And if you all have done that, then I can probably ensure you 90%, 99% that you will have a good running Fleischmann loco. And if you all of the jobs, all of the things that I've just said, if you all have done that, then for sure that your Fleischmann train, Fleischmann motor, whatever is, then will probably for sure run like an awesome thing that will last for a really long time, because these motors are absolutely beasts. These motors nearly never die on me. I have nearly no problems with this motor. They just keep on going. These are really strong motors. They are really well manufactured motors by Fleischmann. And you could also easily do this with your, for example, the Hornby LMS Black 5 that Quinton's models has. Because they are also using a copy of this Fleischmann motor from this here. This is the original, absolute original Fleischmann motor, and also this one is also placed in one of the in LMS Black 5s, but then a little bit different. And the method that I just told you, also apply that on your Black 5, just safe to do, and then your Fleischmann Black 5 or I mean Hornby Black 5 or Fleischmann BR51, whatever with this motor will run like an absolute pro. Okay, Quinton, I hope that you will now have a good and clear tutorial on how to give maintenance to one of these Fleischmann motors that is also in one of the Hornbys, like LMS Black 5, and then hopefully you will have I hope that you will hopefully have an awesome running Black 5 on your tracks without any problems. Like I saw in your videos that that there was sparks slash flames were coming out of the engine. Yeah, it is quite normal that you have little sparks, but like those big sparks that I saw in your motor, I don't have a clear answer to that. But I guess, as you already said, that you just put it in too much WD-40 into the motor, and then probably it's now no, and that it's now that is just now burning all of the WD-40 into that is in the motor, is burning all of that up, and that is making those sparkling in the motor. But it could also be something wrong with the electrics that is on here, the front, or no, not on the front, because it was actually in the motor. So as I saw in your video, so probably maybe something is wrong with the brushes. I don't know. Maybe Bastian leaving this video in Quinton's models video. If you have maybe an answer to that, an answer to the sparking in his motor. But those two guesses of why there are maybe sparks in your LMS Black 5, those are the two reasons why maybe I think that there are sparks coming into the motor, because maybe he's burning up the oil or something is wrong with the brushes. I don't know. Or yeah, maybe something is shorting out with something wrong with electrics, like something is shorting out. I don't know. I'm really trying my best to give you the best instructions to give you the best running motor. I'm really trying. I hope that that the sparks are now gone with this method, and also if you have all the and I hope that soon there are no sparks coming out of the motor, and I will hope that if you apply this method, that you will hopefully have now a really good working Fleischmann motor in your LMS Black 5 or something else. Okay, guys, this was now, I think, the video about how to maintenance one of the Fleischmann motors. I hope that you now learned about this learned a lot more about this motor, and I wish you all of the luck with maintenance, doing maintenance on this thing. Okay, guys, Quintus models. Yeah, good luck with your with servicing your Black 5, and also for you, for the other guys, for my other viewers. I wish you all the luck, and yeah, I hope you like this video. So if you do, like and subscribe, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.